Hello, people who have no problem asking other people to do stuff. How do you do that? Teach me, master. My name is Ceci and welcome to another episode of How to Cantonese. In this huge society with a lot of creatures called human, we have to constantly interacting with each other. And the camera's falling. Maybe I shouldn't have put the tripod on the chair with, cushions. So, yeah, society, human interaction, and that's when you have to ask people for help. And actually, there are different ways to ask people to, do stuff for you. Depends on your relationships. Are you friends with each other? Identities? Is that person your boss or personality? Are you a jerk? Generally, there are 3 ways to, articulate your sentences and stuff. And those are what we're gonna talk about today. The first way to ask people. Is there a better way to phrase this? First one is just request. A quite decent way to ask people if you are doing it politely. So the first one is "該" plus your request. "該" literally means thank you. When you received services and stuff. By saying thank you in advance, you actually prove that you're polite. In a sentence, it works like this. 唔該，你可唔可以借支筆俾我啊? Can I borrow your pen, please? The second one is slightly more polite, actually. And the word we're using is 麻煩. 麻煩 literally means trouble. By saying you are troubling people to, do stuff for you, this is actually a very humble approach. For example, you can say it like this. 麻煩你俾張身份證我啊? Please show me your ID. I mean that. Put it in front of your screen and I'll see it. It sounds funnier when it's in my head. The third way to request people to do stuff, well, this one is quite generic, and it is 請. 請 is a, written form pronunciation. So in speaking Cantonese, we can say 請, and yeah, it's quite a textbook expression, and it goes like this. 請盡量行入車廂中間，多謝合作. Please move your asses into the center of the car and don't block the entrance of the train. Please. Thank you. Okay, now we've covered normality. Let's go something more extreme, I guess. Yeah, that means the next way to ask people is to demand. If you are demanding stuff or people to do stuff, it usually means you have to use a stronger tone, because demanding people is actually quite blunt, straightforward, as well as slightly bit rude. And thanks for Confucius, people in the lower hierarchy don't get to do that very often without being secretly or even openly judged as a rude person, because it is a very strong approach. We just tend to omit the subject in a sentence, even though if you really need to add a subject, to address a specific someone, you tend to put the subject at the very end of the sentence instead of, in the beginning, like any other normal way that people speak. 行快啲啦你，我哋就嚟遲到啦。Chop chop, we're getting late. Late. It feels weird. I don't know, why did I say that? Seriously, people don't use chop chop, right? Oh, and one more thing. Since this way to speak, putting a subject at the very end, tends to be a very rude approach, so it works on insults too. like 食屎啦你 you probably know what it means. Because let's be honest. How many of you learned to swear in Cantonese before learning to even say your name in Cantonese? Well, on the other side, on the other end of the scale, we have some extremely humble way to ask people to do stuff. By that I mean suggestions. And they're usually in the form of questions, which makes it even more indirect. Ending with a question forms just means, well, I'm not sure about that, so I'm just asking, just proposing, and please don't get mad, and please don't sue me. And here we have 4 expressions that can be used to, suggest. The first one is 不如. 不如 actually means, why don't we? It goes like this. 不如一槍打死我啦. Why don't you just shoot me? Memes. We have our own memes. And these are very old memes. Another expression we can use is 或者. 或者 means or, A or B. A 或者 B. For example, you can say 或者你可以試下我哋嘅新產品啦. Maybe you could give our new products a try. And an even more humble kind of way to say it is 介唔介意. This expression comes from the word 介意, which means mind in, would you mind doing something? 介唔介意 is just, would you mind it or not? And if you're new to Cantonese and you don't know how that means, there's a video that I made dedicated to this type of expression. A. So go watch it. Don't know which episode it's in though. So in a sentence, you can say 介唔介意讓個位俾個大肚婆坐啊? Would you mind giving your seat to this pregnant lady? Seriously, that video is... Please go watch that. Okay, the last expression here we have is 一係. It actually means or from the sentence pattern, either something or something. And this one is actually a bit more casual. If you use 一係 in a sentence, it can be used like this. 一係你陣間再嚟過啊? Perhaps you can come again later, because we don't have the goddamn seats you want. The restaurant is full. Yeah, so that's the content, and let's do a recap. Requesting 唔該麻煩 or 請 demanding stuff. You can omit the subject or just put it in the very end. And for a very humble, very indirect approach, aka suggestions, 不如或者介唔介意 or 一係. So I guess that is a wrap for this video, and I hope you find this one useful, helpful. Leave a comment down below if I missed something, or if you have a different opinion about that, anything. And seriously, do you really use chop chop? Unironically. By the way, leave a like down below if you find this one enjoyable, useful, something along those lines. Subscribe to this channel for more video about Cantonese and stuff. And I'll see you in the next video.